section 6.4, which is the percent of change and finding percent error. So I'm going to give you two formulas, one for percent of change, 1% error. First of all, you need to know what percent of change is. With the definition, it tells the percent an amount has increased or decreased in relation to the original amount. I'm going to give you some examples in just a minute so you can understand that a little bit better. The way you can find the percent of change is you find the amount of change, how much the item changed, increased or decreased, and then you put it over the original. Important things to remember: make sure you identify each problem as an increase or a decrease. If it's a decrease, your answer should be negative, and you just need to put the negative in, or you're going to write the word decrease, but don't put both because a negative decrease ends up canceling each other out. So let's look at some examples. We want to know the percent of change if something changed from 325 to 390. This is an increase. So what we do, it says to find the difference between the two. So we do 390 minus 325 over the original number, what the number started out. This is the number that came first, so that's the original number. Now notice, I'm always going to do the bigger minus the smaller. At the end, if it's a decrease, I'll just put a negative. If it's an increase, I won't change anything. Over 325. Okay, so I subtract 390 minus 325. I get 65 over 325. This is a percent of change, so I need to take that fraction and make it into a percent. So I divide 65 divided by 325. I get 0.2. I make that into a percent by moving it over 2. I get 20%. And it's an increase, so I don't have to put a negative because it went from a small to a big. Let's try another one. In 1965, when John entered college, the tuition per year was $7,500. In 2000, when his daughter went to the same school, the tuition was $25,500. Find the percent of change. Okay, so it went up. That's an increase. So we do $25,500 minus $7,500 over the original, what it started out at, $7,500. 25,500 minus 7,500 is 18,000 over 7,500. Make it a decimal. 2.4. Make it that a percent over 2. You get 240%. Okay, so it increased by 240%. Wonder what it'll be like when my kids go to school. Probably much larger. All right. Now, this one, a 110 sweater is on sale for $88. What is the percent of change? It decreased. We don't do anything different. We just add a negative sign at the end. 110 minus 88 over, it started at 110. 110 minus 88 is 22 over 110. Divide by 110. I get 0.2. Move it over 2. I get a 20% change, but a negative. It decreased 20%. So subtract, find the difference between the two, put it over the original, and get it into a percent. Okay, so now let's do percent error, part 2. Percent error is the difference between an estimate, a prediction, or a measurement and the actual value. Here's the formula. You find the amount of the error and put it over the actual, and then you're going to change it to a percent by multiplying by 100. Okay, so Ben estimated that he would make $90 at his weekend job. He actually earned $80. What was the percent error of his estimate? Okay, so we have to find, it says the difference between the two. He estimated, because it says the amount of error, he was off by $10 here. Okay. We do, so 90 minus 80, which equals the 10, over what it should actually be, 80. 10 over 80 is 0.125. Make that into a percent, move it over 2, you get 12.5%. That was the percent of error there. Okay. Here's another one to try. The estimated, we guessed that something would weigh 8 pounds. It actually weighs 6.4 pounds. So we do the amount of error. 8 minus 6.4 over what it actually is, 6.4. 8 minus 6.4 is 1.6 over 6.4. Divide them. 0.25. Move it over. 25%. So it's 25% error. That's it. We're going to practice more in class. Have a good night.